All right, good morning. Happy Monday. It is November 18th. We're taking a look at NQ. So, Friday, we had the big sell off, pretty much a gap and go sort of setup. Index gaps down. You see sellers step in right away. The open essentially marks the high for the session. Now, typically, anytime we have this sort of session coming into the next day, one of the main things that I want to focus on is how price is going to be trading versus that afternoon base from Friday's session. So I'll be paying close attention to this area right through here, 510 up into 525, 530 area. Buyers are going to be looking to defend that level with a push up into 600 and potentially some continuation up and through 600 to test 700 to maybe even test the prior day's high. Now, if we take a look at the fib retracement from Friday, we have the 50% right in this 590 area. So that pretty much loosely overlaps with our 600 level of interest. And then the 61% is up into, looks like 635. So that'll be a significant reference point as well. 78% aligns with our level of interest. So we'll see if buyers can force that partial or full retracement of Friday's move. Now, what sellers will be looking to do here is keep price within this prior day base and specifically beneath the prior day volume point of control. The idea with this base and what we're looking to do here is get some information about whether or not this volume point of control was accumulation or distribution. Now, this morning during the pre-market session, during the overnight session, we have a really nice bounce versus that prior day volume point of control. That is a textbook bounce right there, right? And so that's kind of a really good clue that Friday's action into the close was accumulation. Now, that can definitely change during the regular trading hour session here, right? We do still have a series of lower highs during this overnight session. The near term is definitely bearish, right? And so we definitely want to be staying nimble, making sure we're getting involved with good trade location, remembering that it is Monday. It could definitely be a slower session today, especially following Friday's expansion day. As of right now, I am expecting an inside day. So expecting a little bit of a slower session, not really expecting a break of the prior day's range. Into the open here, 2 minutes. I'll be looking at the reaction versus 20,600. So the 600 level of interest right through here. I wanted to see if buyers are going to step up, pay up and through that 600, or if we're going to have some sort of pullback to retest Friday's base, right? And then if that is the scenario that we do see, I'll be looking at the reaction into that area, into the upper portion of Friday's base and that prior day volume point of control. I got about 1 minute till the open here. Let's see how we are looking. Let's see how this structure develops. So far, a little rejection versus VWAP as we get into the open. And there's the open. Seller stepping in right off the open. We do have that slight gap higher. Still within the prior day's range, though. Here's that 5-minute. So price coming into that prior day's afternoon base that we talked about a few minutes ago. Looking at the reaction into that zone like we discussed. Opening 5-minute bar closes up here in about 45 seconds. No follow through on that 1 hour hammer. Well, it's not been negated yet, so technically still can show follow through unless you see the low start to fail. Staying patient for now. Staying patient. It's kind of one of the main charts I'm looking at right here. 5 minute regular trading hours. A little bit of a push there. What's our session high? Looks like 560. NQ 560 session high. NQ testing the session high right there. New high of day on good old NASDAQ. Coming into session volume point of control. Then you have VWAP right overhead. Let's get another look at that regular trading hours chart. So far, discussed ideas panned out pretty nicely. That's what we like to see. Late afternoon base. Prior day structure shows that next resistance point right in here. That's also the 50% fib of Friday's move and the 600 level of interest. Some sellers showing up versus VWAP now. VWAPy. Opening 15-minute bar closes in 3 minutes. Five-minute just shows barcode so far. No sustained move outside of the opening 5-minute bar. Let's see how this structure builds out now. Buyers will be looking for some sort of higher low here. Retesting that session volume point of control, still overhead on NQ right there, 557. And 30 seconds till this 15-minute bar closes up. NQ not far off the lows, coming into session low. That's your target if you're short from VWAP. First target. New low of day being made there in NQ. Next downside reference point is into that prior day volume point of control. So that small overnight gap fills about 500, right around there, 497, 496. That's still in the upper portion of that Friday base. Man, about 10 minutes till 10 a.m. Let's see. Do we have data? Yeah, we do have some data, more minor print at 10 a.m., as well as some Fed speak. So we'll see where we're at into 10 a.m. Got about 10 minutes. As of right now, overnight action continuing the theme into this regular trading hour session, right? Series of lower highs. Pretty clear there on the 15-minute, aligning with that near-term bearishness. We'll see how this prior day volume point of control is going to be retested right through here. And then if that area fails, sellers probably make a push for 450 and the prior day low. NQ into new low of day. How's our profile looking? Volume point of control still pretty solidly at that 557. I'll be mostly interested in this area down here. Price can get there prior day volume point of control overnight low. Got about 6 minutes till 10. 6 till 10. Looks like ES with a nice rejection at the 5,900 level of interest in VWAP. We've got the Russell into the overnight low as well. So some market wide weakness so far this morning. A little bit of choppiness here near that 500 area. That's again the upper portion of that prior day's afternoon base. See what we get into 10 a.m. about 4 minutes. See if there's any sort of reversal, anything like that. Maybe a washout into that prior day volume point of control. Keeping an eye on that 15 and 30 minute. That 30-minute candle we had right ahead of the bell. Shooting star. All right, 1 minute till 10. Again, looking at this kind of 500 area, not a level of interest, but again, we do have prior day structure point. Overnight gap has essentially been filled here. Buyers still attempting to kind of defend this area. See how this 15-minute bar closes here in 15 seconds. Do we get a hammer? Do we get some sort of hammer? Hamski? All right, there's 10 a.m. Looks like NQ just shy of the 50% intraday. Volume's pretty light as expected, right? Looks like session volume point of control is about to shift any second here. Any second. There's your 61% fib intraday. And the 15-minute bar high is right through there as well. 545. 545 on NQ. There we go. Coming into VWAP. VWAP, kind of that next upside reference point. That is, what is that? 65. 65. There's VWAPy. Probably want to trim if you have any longs on. Any longs from lower. Good spot to trim. Trimothy. Do we get a new high of day? New high of day granted? There's the trades. Right there. Session V. Session volume point of control now 567. Where were we? Oh, did it? Oh, it was right through here. 557. All right, I actually just shifted higher. There's your new high of day on good old NASDAQ. We're just riding. We are just riding. What do we have up next? 600. Gonna be a lot of resistance through this area right through here. So again, the idea. These are some of my favorite types of trades. Prior day base. There's the base. We discussed it all ahead of the bell. I don't know who was in here before the open, but it was written up in the notes also. Get a nice retest of that base. A little indecision there near the lows. A little fight for price near 500, most definitely. But the hammer gave a good clue. Not a perfect hammer, but still shaped like a hammer nonetheless. Gave a pretty good clue there. And my favorite, post 10 a.m. Post 10 a.m. So what made that a little tricky was just the location. Not a level of interest, right? Not even really a reference point, just kind of leaning on some prior day structure. So not a true A plus trade. But that's a good way in which you can use prior day structure following a trend day move. Let me grab my trail right here, 558. 558. Oops, wrong screen. There we go. There it is. So if we get a new high of day here, you can lift that trail up to 567. But yeah, here's that action right through here. Right near the 500. Decent morning though. Some two-way trading. Two-way trading. It's always nice. A little something for everyone. Still a little bit of resistance here from that overnight sesh. Still have the 50% fib there from Friday's move, right? Value area high from Friday, level of interest, intraday resistance from Friday. There's a new high of day. You can lift that trail. A little consolidation near the highs here. A lot of resistance right in this area, so we'll see if buyers can show continuation. Very slight new high of day right there. New high of day in NASDAQ. I'd like to see a break of 600. NQ just shy of 600 here. Still more consolidation near the highs. Not a ton to update. NQ new high of day. NQ into 600 there. Probably raise your trail if you like. I'll put mine at 71. Hourly hammer was never negated. Yes, sir. Main thing for me was prior day base. Prior day base. Check that 5-minute. Yeah, let's go. Let's go overnight high. I'll just work with a trail now. So trail's in. I just raised it to 76. I'll put it below 600 here in a second. But let's go overnight high. There it is. Coming into that 61% fib retracement. There's a good visual. Prior day structure with fibs. I'm going to lift the trail just a bit here. There's no real structure to work with. I'll put it right about 585, 583. Just in the middle of that consolidation. Just want to let this one work. If we get some structure here at 600, that'd be ideal. At the session high, there was plus 100 points in floating profit. All right, if we get a new high of day here, you can raise those trails up just beneath 600, looks like. Need a new high of day. NQ new high? Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Couple ticks shy. Just a couple ticks shy. Give me that new high a day though. Back into 600, a little more consolidation here near the highs. Must be getting close to that 61% fib. Yep. So this is all that fib sell zone. 50 to 61%. Little fib sell zone on the higher time frames. We'll see. Not a fib sell zone for me. This team long only. Oh man. You alright, Mish? See if we get that new high of day. Barcode. 1 minute just showing us pure barcode now. Oh, just shy. Oh, there's your new high of day. Very nice. All right, you can start to raise that trail. I'll put mine like 98. Actually, 97. 97 and a half. Just letting it rip. Let it rip. Got that 61% fib coming up here. 633. 61% fib from the Friday sell off. There it is. Boom. Right there. 61% fib. Next level of interest up into 700. And I think you have the overnight high like right around 660 maybe. Let's see. 657. Okay. Very slight new high of day there. All right, there's your 61% fib. Raise the trail a little, 602 area. Overnight high is next up if the 61% fib breaks. Here comes that overnight high. Right there, 657. There we go. I'll raise the trail a little, even though there's no real market structure. I'm going to put it just beneath 615. Little microstructure there, and that'll lock in 100 points. But there's absolutely no reason to take this off just yet. Overnight high coming up, 657. Let's see how the overnight high is going to be treated here. If overnight high breaks, we're going for 700. 700. Let's see. There's your overnight high. NQ. Pretty clean break. I got to raise the trail. There's no market structure, but I've got to raise the trail. This is crazy. I'm going 635 for the trail. Wowzers. This is off my screen. Got to reset. There we go. All right, so 700 next up. That's your 78% fib for yesterday's move. Friday's move. And if that breaks, big if, but if that breaks, looking at prior day high. Prior day high. I like to see a little market structure develop, so I have something concrete to put my trail under. I'm going to lift it just beneath 650 here on the trail. What a move. What a move. Discuss plan worked quite nicely, right? And the idea this morning again was to see the reaction versus prior day base. Buyers can defend that area. You could see a partial or full retracement of the prior day move. And the idea here was whether all of this action where you have the big volume node is going to be accumulation. If it was accumulation, then buyers should be able to defend that base. If it was redistribution, then you probably see a flush down below the prior day volume point of control, and then through the prior day low. Tough part was finding an entry because there's not really a reference point here. We're just leaning on prior day structure and then the fact that the overnight gap is filled. Now, on top of that, you do have 10 a.m. reversal time, which worked pretty much perfectly today. NQ coming for 700. I'm going to lift the trail here. I'm just below 660. Not a lot of structure to work with way up here, but like I'm going to go just beneath the overnight high, actually, just below 657. Give this enough room to breathe. Yeah, there it is, Mish. It's on the screen. You can see my entry. See that blue line? It's an open position. Well, I realized I was cutting a lot of my plays too early when I'd catch a nice entry into a solid move. Like 2-3 weeks ago, I probably would have sold this play at 600 or sold it at the overnight high, but not anymore. Set the trail, let it work. Let it work. Let it work. All right, I'm going to raise this a little more. Trails into 60, 660. Say we break 700, we'll go for the prior day high. I'm riding Benny. Long and strong. You? Two left. Let's go. Let's go. What was the entry? I swear, if you had a better entry than me. What was the entry? Give it up. Let's hear it. NQ into 700. 609. Okay. Okay. 535. Nice, Rich. That's solid. All right, I'm going to tighten the trail a little bit here. We'll go just below 75. 675 ish, just beneath. And Q just shy of 700 level of interest. Testing the 78% fib from Friday's move. So, not surprised to see some sellers show up here. If we get a new high of day here shortly, I'll raise the trail again to like 679. You had 510 Dom, nice. That's like the absolute low, pretty much. Yeah, Benny, prior day high. That's next target. I got my trail may get hit right here. It's just below 75. There's no market structure to really work with up here, so don't want to give back too much. Especially this 5 minute is like vertical. How many points are we talking from absolute low to high? 200 points. So two thirds ATR. I think the ATR is 300. Yeah, ATR is 300. All right. Here comes the trail. There it is. I am out. Not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. All out. So a little selling activity versus the 700 level of interest. You can watch that overnight high as a reference point. About an hour and 15 minutes into the sesh. I'm looking at the reaction to 700 level of interest as well as the overnight high. I want to see how today's structure continues to build out. As of right now, it is trend higher. Need extra cash for some maple. Oh, man. Volume tapering down just a bit here. Later, Dom. Take care, man. Getting a little choppy now. Choppy, choppy, choppy. Volume's tapering down. It's probably a good time to shut it down. What I'm going to be looking at here is reactions versus overnight high, and the reason is because of this 15-minute structure, right? So buyers will be looking to defend this point. Now a higher time frame, change of character. Here's what we're looking at. Or some action above 700, maybe a retest, and we could potentially see that push into the prior day's high. So two potential scenarios to keep in mind, or maybe some pullback into 600 I would look at as well. As of right now, this is just an inside day, right? We did have a pretty nice explosive move, but it's still just an inside day. This is technically still just compression, even though we did see that nice push. Still trading within Friday's expansion bar. So keep that in mind. Hope you guys had a solid morning. If you have questions, hit my messages in the think tank. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Take care. Thanks for jumping in.